Hello and welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to see if this 200X over here wants to try to come back to life and maybe make its way back to the track. Let's see what we can do. If you've been here for a while, you know this 200X. This is my 1983 Honda 200X. I've had it for numerous years. It's been sitting for at least 3 years, I'm going to say, if not 5. I know there's no gas in it, and I didn't think there was any front brakes on it, which means there's no brakes because the rears don't work. Haven't since I bought it. So, let's put some wind in the tires, fuel in the tank, and see if she wants to fire off. A lot of gas. Check the oil, a lot of gas in there. Guys are more than welcome to laugh as I spill this everywhere, because it's likely going to happen. I'm okay with admitting that. Actually, there's not as much gas in this can as I thought, which is great. Probably isn't enough to try to get her to run. Where are we leaking fuel, damn it? Oh, good. There's 0 clamps holding that on. Now that the engine's covered in fuel, let's just choke it and see if it'll start. I don't know whatever can go wrong. Ooh, you're kidding me right now, right? Oh my goodness, it's a Honda. See a little half choke. It's a Honda. What more needs to be said? Wow, that's really leaking bad. I legitimately expected this to take a good half hour. Awesome. I gotta go do some things, and then we will get it loaded up and up to the house. Alrighty, it's been a few days. We got this thing up to the house. We got some items on the to-do list, because I think I've decided this is probably the one I'm gonna race. Rear brakes don't work. Fuel line needs probably replaced. Front brakes don't work. Kill switch needs added. And I get the number plate off of that one probably onto here. And what I'm going to try is, I don't remember if this is bad or not. So what I should do is swap this out with a new one that was going to go on there. But I still might try to take this reservoir off the one that was on this and try putting it on here in hopes that maybe I'll have another usable master. I have that line. It's way too long, but something in here used to lock up these front brakes, and I don't remember if it was the line or the master or what exactly it was in this system. So I'd like to just replace all of it and deal with the individual parts later. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I have everything to fix up here. Hopefully that's master's good, because I'm out of time if it isn't, and we'll see what we can do. I forgot, I do actually have a different header pipe for this too. Plus we need to change the oil. Hopefully I have oil. Let's get to brakes. So if you've never put a front caliper in one of these, it seems like you have to take the tire off to put it on. In reality, you just want to loosen up your caliper because, or the disc, because it is connected to, wow, this is not going well with one hand, because it's connected to the hub itself. So let's get you guys set back up. I can finish loosening that, use two hands to get that pupper on, and then we'll be in business. Hopefully we're in business. And also check the orientation of your bleeder. Sometimes it's going to get blocked. And that's the nature of the beast. But, yeah, so you just get that loose, slide it over and in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt it on here, probably loosely, prior to tightening those back up, just to make sure everything's happy. Because I can't remember if there's supposed to be a spacer behind there or not to space it off. I'll probably look at that, and if I need to, I'll use washers to adjust it out. So I'm going to get that on, and we'll see what we need. So that's bolted on. As you can tell, my brake line is way too long. Now I'll let you guys in on an old Indian trick here. So you can't find a brand new brake line for this. But if you type in like a generic motorcycle hose on eBay for brakes, you can get certain lengths. Now, I either had way too long or barely too short. We see which one I went with. But I'll probably just route it up differently through the handlebars and come down or something. Try to take up some of that slack so it doesn't look so ridiculous. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to bleed the master, hook it up, make sure those are bled, and we'll move on to the back. I'm not going to show you guys me bleeding. Like I said last time, nobody wants to watch that, so you're not gonna. So let's get to it. So the front up there is all bled and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and change out this back piece, or back, caliper, and I'll just go ahead and bleed it. Nobody needs to watch this repeat of what I basically did up there, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and we'll see how it turns out. Maybe good, maybe bad. We will see. Well, finally got my brakes bled, and gotta say I'm pretty surprised that this master from probably 1983 actually still works perfectly. Both front and rear actually work great now. An old Indian trick for you guys though, if you ever have screws that are stripped out, is you just take your grinder, take it from a Phillips to a flathead. Don't go too far or else you really mess things up. Now as you can tell, fuel tank's off now. I'm working on the fuel line. I gotta say I'm really surprised. I don't think I did this, but the fuel line where it hooked into the carb, there was a zip tie on there. Which after trying to get a clamp on there, I fully understand why. Downside is I have none of the clamps that are the right size, and I have no zip ties. I can't for the life of me find them. So it's getting late anyways. Probably going to call it a night on this. Tomorrow I guess I'll either get zip ties and hose clamps and we'll see if something works. I know I tried one of these guys that will work on this end, but not that end. Just because it's too big up here. And I don't know where the ones you clamp together are, the Jesus clips, but I could not. I have one that was off the mower, but it's too big, so it won't work. So tomorrow I'll get back on here, wrap all this up, and then we'll take it for a cruise and go ahead and change the oil. And hopefully I have time, and then I can get the kill switch wired up, number plate on. I have to do a little bit of tuning on this thing. It backfires on decel, which tells me it's probably running rich. So I'm probably going to, I don't think I'm going to change jets, because honestly I don't really know where my jets are at the moment. But I'm probably not going to change jets. I'm probably just going to mess with the air fuel screw and see where that gets me. While I have the tank off, I might check valve lash just to make sure that's all happy. And I guess while it's off, I can find my other exhaust pipe. I can swap that on too. This will probably be the optimal time to do it. Plus, I'll be changing this and then doing fuel. So, in all reality, it's probably the right way to do it. So, we'll get on that tomorrow now. Well, my good idea of running this thing around before changing the oil was a good idea, but also a bad idea. Because I had in my head that I was going to change the oil, and while it drained and I refilled it, I was planning on changing the exhaust pipe. So I made it hot and then decided I wanted to change the exhaust. So that was kind of dumb of me. But there's still other things I can do while this is draining, you know, get the number plate on, stuff like that. So probably just gonna set the camera down, do a bunch of piddly stiff stuff, come back when we get back to the exhaust pipe, and yeah, we'll get back there in a second. Well, I know I kept saying I was gonna change this pipe and upgrade it. What this is actually is a CRF 230 pipe, I believe, and comes up a little bit short. Now, people I used to hear that these were a upgrade back in the day. I know I probably had this thing for at least 5 years, but looking at it right now, let me see if I can set that thing up right there. Personally, without measuring it, I really don't see a difference on either end. Even the diameter of the pipe. The CRF might look a little bit bigger, but I don't think it's enough to really do anything, especially when at the end, where they kind of both neck down, the inside diameter to me looks the same. So, because of those factors, we're going back on with the 200X pipe. So, get that back on. I guess try doing some tuning. And really, we'll be done. Number plates on the front. I guess I still got to hook up the kill switch. Then we'll be done. So I kind of just went ahead and got stuff done. I kind of forgot recording and stuff and just kind of got busy. 200X is ready though. Sorry about my lighting. These guys are going to get swapped over to LED soon. But basically, you know, I changed the oil, tuned it up a little bit, took off the carb and just checked it out, cleaned it up a little. Added the tether kill switch. Number plate for the back's already in the truck. But yeah, assuming the fuel's on, should oughta. Oh, almost. Okay. It's thinking. Apparently to check that connection, I kind of just put it into some other wires. Not a great connection, but yeah. Figured I'd check that out better once I got there and had more time to mess with it. Because I still need to steal tires off of that, get my other set of tires from the farm, and then this thing is good to go. So we're going to end it there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry this video was kind of a mix-up of whatnots, but kind of got a lot accomplished, actually. So thanks for watching. Till the next one.